Welcome to RPTV Weekly News. I'm Jabin, joined by Kedar, Thundercloud, and Fred, ready to bring you the latest updates from Regent Park and its surroundings.
And in this episode, we'll cover important events and community updates for September the 6th to September the 13th. Stay with us for the news that matters to our community.
2024 Regent Park Social Development Plan grant applications are now open. Scheduled demolition for Regent Park's Phase 4 nears completion. Rastafest brings reggae and unity to Regent Park. St. Jamestown Festival 2024. Harm reduction at risk. The impact of supervised site closures in Regent Park. Events and jobs in the community.
2024 Regent Park Social Development Grant applications open. The City of Toronto has officially launched the application process for the 2024 Regent Park Social Development Plan, SDP grant. Starting September the 6th, grassroots groups, residents-led organizations, and nonprofit in the Regent Park neighborhood can apply for up to $100,000 in funding to support community-driven projects. The SDP grant is designed to foster activities that align with key focus areas: safety, communications, employment, economic development, and community building. Applicants must outline clear objectives and specify the activities planned to achieve their goals. Application will be reviewed by city staff, and eligible projects will move on to the Social Development Plan Grant Review Panel, which includes a diverse range of perspectives. Approved projects will be implemented between December the 2nd, 2024 and December the 31st, 2025. To assist with the application process, information sessions will be held both online and in person. The online session will take place via Webbox on Tuesday, October the 10th at 6 p.m., while the in-person session will be held on Tuesday, October the 17th at 5:30 p.m. at the Regent Park Community Center, located at 402 Shooter Street. For more details on the application process, interested applicants can contact Olenika Solomon at olenika.solomon@toronto.ca. The deadline to apply is Friday, October the 29th.
Scheduled demolition for Regent Park's Phase 4 nears completion. The demolition of buildings at 319, 325, and 355 Gerrard Street East, along with 274 Sackville Street, is nearing completion, keeping the Phase 4 revitalization of Regent Park on track. Since the process began in November 2023, TCAC and its development partner Tridel have remained on schedule, clearing the way for Phase 4 of the neighborhood's transformation. The nearing completion of this demolition marks a crucial step in Regent Park's ongoing development into a mixed-income, mixed-use community.
Rastafest brings reggae and unity to Regent Park. Rastafest brought a vibrant energy of reggae to Regent Park, thanks to the Daniels Corporation and community leader Masani Montague. The festival not only celebrated reggae culture, but also strengthened Regent Park's community spirit, bringing together neighbors in a joyful display of unity and cultural pride.
How much I love you, how much I need you, you were to stay away.
I myself and Gabriel Meissner were on site, capturing the event's atmosphere, from artists and vendors showcasing their crafts to the live reggae concert.
Hi, my name is Kedar Ahmed and I'm with RPTV News. And today I'm here at 585 Dundas Street East at the Daniel Spectrum where they're hosting a Rastafest. Please come out and enjoy. There's a lot of vendors, there's music, there's jewelry, there's clothes, there's food. Please come out and celebrate Rastafest with the rest of the community.
The greens they'll keep growing, but naturally the herbs will keep burning.
My name is Masani Montague. I'm the owner and founder, CEO of Rastafest. Rastafest is 31 years old, and we originated from the Jane and Finch community, but we have been working in various communities. For example, today we're in Regent Park. We're looking forward to Regent Park Festival. Rastafest Regent Park is sponsored by Donald's Corporation. They're presenting the festival, so they're a presenter.
And what is your role in Rastafest?
I'm the owner, CEO. So my role is I organize the festival. I'm also an event planner. I'm a production team that we work with. As I said, 31 years ago when I envisioned Rastafest, it's more to showcase the Rastafari culture more than anything, because there's a lot of misconception about Rastafari and things like that. So I wanted to promote the Rastafari culture. So that's the reason why we do Rastafest. Normally we will have like workshops, like health and wellness workshop. We have arts and crafts, as you can see. And also we have food, natural food. And of course we have a fantastic concert happening later on this afternoon at 6 o'clock.
Where's the concert?
The concert gonna be inside here, Ada State Hall, right inside there. We have sound check at 3 o'clock, concert at 6 o'clock. We have some artists like Nana McLean and Jay Douglas and Otis Gale, and there's some fantastic great artists coming on board. So we want people to come on down, support the festival, support the artists, and support the vendors. We want them to come and buy craft and buy some food. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Rastafest is all about, supporting community. And I must say though that I enjoy being in the Regent Park community. I like the community vibes, the multicultural vibes, because that's what Rastafest is all about.
And how much does it cost to see the concert?
It's free. Everything is free. Courtesy of Donald's Corporation. Remember now, Donald's Corporation is representing our festival. That's why we're able to have the festival for free, because that's the general support of the Donald's Corporation. So I must say though, thanks for Mitch and his team for being with us, supporting us, sharing our dream, as well as MPP Kristen Wantan. Because Kristen Wantan, she came to us and said, we love what you're doing. Because of her introduction, then now we're here today. We want to make it to the annual festival though, I must say, because with it being annual, we can do music, dance and theater. So that's our long-term goal for Regent Park. But we do have our main festival in August, it's an outdoor festival. But the Regent Park festival is more multidiscipline, multi-arts. So that's our vision for this weekend.
Okay, cool. And you said earlier that you want to get rid of some of the misconceptions around Rastafarian culture.
Yes.
Can you name one?
Drug dealers. Back in the 70s though, when Bob Marley came to Toronto in 1975, I remember 3 days after Bob Marley's visit, there was a negative report about Rastafari, drug dealers, terrorists. We were considered terrorists then, right? Time bomb gonna explode in a minute. We're talking the 70s here, remember that, right? So we did a lot of conferences and workshops and seminars around the Rastafari culture to educate the people around the culture itself. So out of those long work that we've done, there became a festival. So it wasn't original festival. It started more as an educational, informational event to more let people know what's going on and things like that. Now we're a big festival, and there we have Jem. She's with Rastafest as well. And we have Warren, who's from First Friday, is one of our sponsors for Rastafest itself. So we look forward to everybody to come on down. Rastafest.tv is the way to reach us. On Instagram, we are Rastafest Canada, Masada Production. On Facebook, Rastafest Canada. We're everywhere. Our website is Rastafest.tv. One other thing. We have a studio, Studio M. Studio M is part of Masani Production. So Studio M is an audio video production and recording studio. So we're based in the Little Jamaica community, 1672 Eglinton Avenue West. That's 1672 Eglinton Avenue West. Studio M. So we're working in both communities, Regent Park and Little Jamaica. So look forward to see you at the concert.
name is Warren Salmon.
And what is your role here?
So I'm a sponsor, partner with Rastafest. So we've been sponsoring it for a number of years. We kind of co-sponsor each other's events. So First Fridays is a networking event on the first Friday of every month. Black entrepreneurs, professionals, community organizations and stuff. Yeah. So.
And what is this event that we're at today?
So this is Rastafest, which is kind of the second edition of Rastafest. The first one was in August in Little Jamaica. So this is the September edition indoors, through Daniels Corporation. And so this one's indoor, so it's really great to have it here, in the community.
What is the importance of an event like this?
It's great to celebrate Rastafarianism and culture, and just have a place to showcase art, vendors, and have a place for community to get together and network and stuff.
Regent Park has a vast array of ethnicity here, and I can see that from the different faces I'm seeing as I look around. And being a person that's not Canadian native, of course I connect naturally with the community, and that's why I'm here. I would like to highlight my book. This is my first publication, The Journey of a Caribbean Girl Called God Picked Me. So I wrote it out of my poverty story. I endured it to the extreme growing up, and I use education as my vehicle to drive myself out. And today I'm a proud educator. I teach, and I'm using the proceeds to help family currently in Jamaica going through poverty. So support me and help me to visualize my mission of helping the less fortunate today by purchasing a copy.
And it has a way of constantly changing.
St. Jamestown Festival 2024, Greener and Safer, Reviving and Rebuilding Relationships. On Saturday, September 7th, the St. Jamestown community came alive with vibrant celebrations, and the 2024 St. Jamestown Festival themed Greener and Safer, Reviving and Rebuilding Relationships, held on Ontario Street, north of Wellesley Street East. The festival ran from 1 to 7 p.m., offering a day filled with fun activities, cultural performances, and a variety of food and vendor stalls. Despite some rain and unpredictable weather, the spirit of the community shone through the residents, enjoyed diverse performances including Chinese and Indian dances, a kids' fashion show, seniors dancing, singers, and Indigenous drumming. The festival also provided an opportunity for local service providers to share information about the resources available in St. Jamestown, and featured booths from Councillor Chris Moyse and Kristen Wong Tam's offices. Hosted by St. Jamestown Community Corner, the event emphasized community unity and celebrated the neighborhood's rich diversity. RPTV reporter Jabin Haque was on site, engaging with festival goers and capturing the vibrant energy of the day.
What brought you here today?
My name is Chris Moyse. I'm the local city councillor for Ward 13, Toronto Centre. I love this community. St. Jamestown is special to me because I actually live not too far from here. But we work in this community every day, so it's just not on this particular day. But it's nice to have everybody out and to meet their neighbors and just to celebrate, the time of year and all those things. But also, too, the city. My office donated backpacks here today, along with Toronto Police and others. We also donated some food as well. So it's nice to see everyone's here eating and enjoying themselves as well. It's just great. It's a great ambiance, it's a great environment, and I just love interacting with the community in general. I know a lot of them as being the local council for the last 2 years and the school board trustee prior. So I have an invested interest in being here, making sure that people are feeling safe and comfortable, and any issues they have, I could speak to them directly about it, even today, right? So.
Yeah, so why do you think this festival is so important to specifically St. Jamestown?
Well, St. Jamestown is a very unique community. It's the most intensified, community in Canada, and so it's important that we come together whenever we can publicly in a social setting, to just meet our neighbors and to, make new friends. And again, just to enjoy the space. It's a beautiful space. This neighborhood is so special. And so it's important that, we keep coming back and making sure that everyone's always comfortable, right?
Yeah, definitely. So thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, my pleasure.
My name is Jennifer Chuchi, and I belong to the community here at St. Jamestown. We reach every Monday for a craft show. So I'm an Olympic transplant athlete. So I'm raising money to join Team Canada in Germany. So in my booth here, can I share with you what I'm selling? These charms are $1 each, and Taylor Swift bracelets for $10 each. These are croc charms, $2 each. I've got stickers for $1, and I've got these squishies for $2. So you can follow me at hashtag Jen's Gifts, JenCC99 @Yahoo. So I'm doing bowling, swimming, track and field, table tennis. I just finished competition in Ottawa. And these are earrings, $6. Handmade, all handmade, $10. Necklace and keychain. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so why do you think this festival is so important to the community?
It's important for the community because we could see what's available for us. That there's the health and services and to meet the city councilors, and we're working as a community to help each other out.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing.
Okay.
My name is Tauhida Chaudhary. I'm working with the neighborhood group community services. I am the community development coordinator there. And as a community event and being a part of SPN, St. Jamestown Service Providers Network, we are member of that network. And I am here in that capacity, as well as being a community event, having people together, having award to community contributors. That actually makes personally enthusiastic for me to be here, as well as from my agency, representing two people coming here.
So what can you tell me more about your organization and what you guys are doing today?
Today actually we are focusing on theme of this festival. The theme of this festival is greener and safer. So TNG promoting actually green initiatives. So we are here with different kind of learning activities where people can come and know how to properly manage their waste. Like you saw, we have green bin, we have garbage, we have blue bin, and there was a quiz. So community members come, they pick one item and put into the right bin. This way actually we are promoting our greening initiative. And in TNG, we always have actually in support of environmental protection. So we have different kind of policies around our greening community events, around our green charter. So we are sharing those kind of things. A part of, other than this theme, we also promoting different kind of our programs. TNG is working from everyone. No matter the age, no matter the orientation, there is programs for everyone from TNG. That's why we feel when we work together, we'll be more stronger.
Yeah, definitely. So why do you think this festival is so important to St. Jamestown?
As I mentioned, it is a yearly program, right? So people come around, they have, networking with different agencies. Also, people learn about each other. And most importantly, when there is some awards, we are nominating community members. So they feel more, they feel belonging they feel more attached with this community. So that's really important. That's I'm.
چشمان تو هی خود نمایی میکنن لشکر موهای تو کشور گشایی میکنن نقش زیبا بودنت را خوب.
Hi, I'm Lucia. I'm a settlement worker from TNO, and Toronto Neighborhood Organization is a community-based organization, and we are providing many different services for newcomers, such as link program for newcomers, so English classes, all the things that are related to the immigration matters, like work permits, application for citizenship, and also connect people with school programs, employment, housing, all those different services. So we're here today promoting our services. And we are working here in St. Jamestown at the 200 corner every day. We can reach out.
My name is Police Constable Shanmughi Nathan. I'm one of the neighborhood officers that is in charge of St. Jamestown. So as part of the neighborhood, I would want to be part of the biggest festival that happens in St. Jamestown. It's nice to bring everybody together for once a year as a community, for them to gather. And we also do back to school campaign at this time. So a lot of the kids who need backpacks, so we provide backpacks to those children. So it's nice to gather once a year.
Thank you so much. What brought you here today?
Sure thing. Well, my name's Ross Donaldson. I'm with Toronto Community Housing and we're part of the conservation team. So we are in this community every week. We're in communities from Scarborough to Etobicoke, and we just try and get out there to get the conservation messaging, save energy, save water, make sure we're dealing with our garbage that we generate correctly. And for Toronto Community Housing, our utility bill is one of our biggest expenses. So if we can drive that down, we've all got stuff to do, me included. We can then bring that money back into housing to improve the tenant experience.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So why do you think this festival is so important to the community?
You could have a look around you here. It's bringing everybody together, and I think we've all been through a really unique time and our kind of human experience. So the fact that everybody from every walk of life is here, it's just fantastic. The kids are here and their brains are like sponges and they're soaking everything up. So, I think it's really, really important for us. We love to be out in communities, engaging with tenants and getting our messaging out there. We go door to door, we do lobby intercepts. So to see this is just fantastic. It's really good, and it's going from strength to strength.
You're so right. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Hayat. I work as a regional manager for Muslim Food Bank, and it was this festival, actually as part of this festival, we came to raise awareness about our programs. People know about Muslim Food Bank and what we are doing.
So what can you tell me about your organization and what you guys do?
Muslim Food Bank is working across Canada and internationally. For example, we work internationally in Kenya, Fiji, Sudan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and also we work across Canada in our head offices in BC, but we work in Winnipeg, Regina, Alberta, and Ontario, across Ontarios. And we're not only a food bank, but we're also community services. We work in case management, counseling, and immigrations, and as well as educations. We also have an actual food bank distributions, which is in North York, Mississauga, and Brampton, Kitchener, Niagara, and we will hopefully soon will open in London as well.
So lastly, why do you think this festival is so important to the community?
Well, for many reasons. Reason number one is because bringing people diverse culture together. That's reason number one. So we're making a great networking opportunity for people in order to knowing about each other, knowing about what's going on in the community, knowing about the services, knowing about the different organizations, is coming together, what services they provided to people where people will be good benefits. Not only that benefit, there is a lot of benefit. If I make a list, it will be a huge list.
So hi, how are you? I hope everybody is doing good. So I'm Suganya. I'm doing volunteer here from TNG. So we are here to put table and promote our TNG community services. So now we are doing garbage, how to put garbage on different bin and create awareness on that.
So why do you think it's so important for you to be here today at this festival?
I'm here because I want to create awareness to others, and some people still doesn't know about those things. So I'm here to create some awareness on that.
All right, thank you so much.
Harm reduction at risk. The impact of supervised site closures in Regent Park. With the Ontario government's plan to close 5 supervised consumption sites by March 2025, harm reduction services in downtown east neighborhoods like Regent Park are facing a major setback. We spoke with Stephanie Myers, a community health worker at Regent Park Community Health Centre and OPSEU member, to gain insight into the situation. Stephanie Myers describes her typical day at the safe injection site as a blend of direct support and crisis management. Her role has deepened her understanding of harm reduction's critical role in providing safe spaces and reducing overdoses. She is worried that closing the Regent Park site, along with 9 others in Ontario, will severely affect both clients and the community. She fears this will lead to more overdose deaths, as drug users will be forced to use drugs in unsafe conditions, increasing visibility and danger. Here's RPTV reporter Dmitry Martinovich's interview with Stephanie Myers, highlighting the critical issues surrounding the closure of the Regent Park safe injection site.
I'm Stephanie Myers. I'm a caseworker in the community, and I have worked at a few different CTSs and SCSs over the years. I currently represent the workers at Regent Park Community Health Center as the vice president of our local 5115. When I work there, typically, workers come in, we set up the site for the day, which includes having naloxone ready, which is the drugs that can help reverse an overdose, set up oxygen tanks, because we respond to overdoses with oxygen, as opioid overdoses affect the oxygen to our brain, so our first response is usually oxygen. It's a more trauma-informed way of working, as naloxone is really hard on the body, so we usually only use that in emergencies at these sites. So oxygen is our first line of defense. So we would set up oxygen, make sure all the oxygen tanks are running and on and ready to go. We would set up for the day getting food ready, looking at case notes, and then we'd be open for the day. And when folks come in, we greet them, we take some stats. People come in, we give them any gear that they need. So that looks like unused syringes, it looks like cookers, all the things needed to use substances more safely. People would come in, they would use substances, and then we would monitor them throughout their stay, which can look like if someone overdoses, we respond to that. So all the staff, including the nurses, harm reduction workers, and often community health workers, which do case management, are all trained to respond to overdoses in a trauma-informed way. So if someone overdoses, we would respond to that using oxygen, and then if we need to, naloxone. Doing this keeps people out of emergency services, which is great. And yeah, so if someone overdoses, then, you know, we respond to the overdose, and then afterwards there's some aftercare, just taking care of people, making sure that they're safe to be able to actually leave the site. People might be there for a while. If they overdose or if they don't overdose, people often need a safe place to just relax after. So most places have a chill space, which looks like just, you know, couches, chairs, food people can eat. This is all really important for like the come down after somebody uses, especially when using an opioid, which often right now is cut with a lot of benzos, which make people really sleepy. So people often need a safe place to be able to like come down after that. So sometimes people just take a nap, and you know, if someone's homeless, that's like a really safe place for people to be able to do that instead of on the street, because who knows what could happen on the street when someone's just sleeping. So yeah, and then after that, you wrap up for the day, we say goodbye to people, we take care of people, we have conversations with people throughout the day. We often celebrate people's birthdays. We celebrate people as they are, where they are at in their lives, so they can come in and feel safe and welcome, which they aren't. A lot of people don't feel safe and welcome in a lot of spaces.
How do you feel about the Ford government's decision to close down the Regent Park safe injection site, and what impact do you think it will have on the clients and the community?
So the decision to close down the supervised consumption sites in Regent Park and across Ontario, I think, is a disgusting decision. It goes against all evidence-based practice of harm reduction and the safe supervised consumption sites themselves. We have a lot of evidence that suggests that these places work, and keeping people alive while they get other services, and just, you know, addressing the toxic drug supply that is happening right now. They serve their purpose. They're meant to keep people alive, and you know, when people come to these sites, they're able to access so many other services. So closing them down is it's going to be really hazardous to the community. I know a lot of my clients use the safe consumption site, or the supervised consumption site daily, and I'm able to meet them there. They're able to use in a safe place, manage their withdrawal symptoms, and I'm able to meet with them there, which is really it's a good place to be able to do social work services and also connect people to primary care, especially where I work. So the community will be affected. If these places close down, we will see drug use in our community. It'll be way more visible than it is now. I know people in the community have issues with seeing drug use now, but it will get worse. And you know, people who use drugs are part of our community. So they need a safe place to be. They deserve access to health care. And safe consumption sites are access to health care. So if these places close down, not only will you see more needles in the streets, you'll see more public drug use. Overdoses aren't going away. And we will see more overdoses in our community, and it'll back up emergency services. It'll back up the hospitals, and that affects more than just people who use drugs. That affects everybody, because the way the hospitals are now, they are so full, and more overdoses in our community is just going to make it worse. Hallway healthcare is still a thing, and it's going to get worse. And not only just affecting emergency services, more people are going to die. Unfortunately, that's the reality. The toxic drug supply is not going away. And this new plan that the Ford government has unveiled is not solving that. It's just focusing on treatment, which doesn't meet people where they're at. It doesn't help when someone has to wait 8 weeks for treatment and then they die in the process from an opioid overdose. So it sounds morbid to say, but we will find more people overdosing in our streets, and even potentially people who have died in alleyways, in schoolyards. These places keep people safe. and keep drug use in a safe place.
What are the biggest challenges that frontline workers face, and how might these challenges change when the sites are closed?
Some of the biggest challenges that frontline workers face is the fact that a lot of our clients don't have housing. Not everybody who uses these sites is homeless, but there is a good portion of folks that are, because it provides a safe place for people to be out of the cold, out of the heat, depending on the time of year, and a safe place to come and talk to people and feel welcome. And unfortunately, a lot of folks do use substances due to the nature of homelessness. It's a traumatic experience, and using drugs is a way to cope. It's not the only reason people use drugs, but it is one reason. And if these places close down, it doesn't solve the homelessness crisis that we are in, especially in Toronto. Like it is an epidemic. We have over 11,000 people in the city who are homeless. And a lot of those people can't get access to shelter. They don't have housing. The new plan, states that there's going to be 375 beds. It's come out that they're not going to be new beds. And even if they were, 375 beds is not nearly enough to address the crisis in Toronto. Addiction and substance use is complicated, and housing is one of the first things people need to be able to be stable enough to address that. That is the biggest challenge, at least for me personally, working with folks who use the supervised consumption sites, is just not having housing to keep people stable. So that's something that the government needs to address, instead of just shutting down sites that provide some support to people.
So with the closure of safe injection sites, what concerns do you have for the safety and well-being of your clients? So what are the alternatives? What other things could be there?
As it stands, there aren't many other supports for people who use substances right now. A supervised consumption site offers at least a place that people can go to use safely in a way that if they overdose, they're not going to die. And right now, that's kind of the meat of it, is that, no one's saying no to treatment beds, no one's saying no to housing. The problem is that the street drugs that we have are toxic. They are cut with so many different things that nobody knows how much fentanyl they're getting, for instance, and that can be deadly. That's the crux of the issue. So having supervised consumption sites at least keep people alive long enough to access supports if they want. And like I said, substance use is complicated. So if, maybe people don't want to get access to treatment because they can manage where they are. And that's also okay. The point is that we're trying to keep people alive. But treatment, if people want treatment, there isn't enough treatment beds in the province. So, if the Ford government wants more treatment, I don't think anyone's against that. We just don't want the safe consumption sites closed, because they are keeping people alive, and they're doing their job. And harm reduction is about meeting people where they're at. You can't force somebody into treatment to get better. I have clients who have been through treatment, and it worked for a while, or it didn't, either way. Or if they're homeless, they go through treatment, and then at the end, they'd have nowhere to go. So people end up using again because they're homeless. And they have to deal with the reality of being homeless. So what can work is having supportive housing, like actual new beds being made to support people through treatment. If we make more treatment, then we need supportive housing after that, because if people have treatment and then are homeless again, it's likely not going to stick. So more supportive housing is needed, more treatment is needed, and we also need to not close these sites because they keep people alive. You don't need an either or, you need everything that can help people.
Are there any advocacy efforts in place
Unions across Ontario are supporting members on the front lines and also providing educational components that are coming from frontline workers to address stigma and miseducation across their member base, not just in these sites or in these organizations. So that's really crucial so that we have many workers across Ontario to be on board to support these sites, especially healthcare workers, which OPSU represents. Healthcare workers need to be pushing our government to fund these sites because they're so important to healthcare, and people deserve healthcare no matter who they are.
Can you speak about the frontline workers organizing a resistance movement to force the Ford government to reverse its decision on to close safe injection sites?
There are things happening in the city to resist these announcements by the Ford government. There are advocacy groups happening that are popping up. They're revitalizing old advocacy groups. And like I said, unions are being involved in supporting frontline workers. It's difficult because, you know, it's unfortunate that workers who are doing some of the hardest work in the city, like supporting people who are struggling and, you know, having to witness people's struggles every day. And on top of that, how many of these frontline workers have clients and community members who we've lost over the years. I probably couldn't count on, I don't know how many people I could count that I know who have died from overdose in the last 5 years. And it's really disgusting that we are going to have to keep fighting these announcements with the Ford government because we do some of the hardest work. And people are already burned out. We're drained from compassion fatigue quite often, and we come to work every day because we care about this, and it's so, so important because people are going to die if this happens. And it shouldn't be on the responsibility of these workers to have to do this, but because we care so much, we do it. And we are going to be resisting these announcements because they're absolutely atrocious and are going to harm our community tenfold, not just our clients, but the community at large.
Now for events in Regent Park community. Local City Councillor Moise is hosting Toronto Centre Ward 13's next series of neighbourhood town halls. Regent Park Neighbourhood Town Hall will take place on September 24th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Regent Park Community Centre, 402 Shooter Street. Hope to see you there. Free Activating Community Leadership course starts October 8th. The Centre of Learning and Development invites Regent Park, Moss Park, and St. Jamestown residents to a free Activating Community Leadership course starting October 8th. Held every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at CLND, 540 Dundas Street East. The course features weekly guest speakers from urban studies at UFT. Tridal is offering job opportunities for Regent Park residents. For more information, visit tridalcommunityworks.com. Apply now. Toronto Community Housing, our spaces, your ideas. Tenants can book a TCHC common space for community events or programs. Types of bookings include private events, one-time bookings, reoccurring events. For more information, contact Felicia White at 416-356-7603.
And that's all for today's show, folks. My name is Kedar, and I've been joined by my co-hosts Jabin, Thunder, Fred, and Gabriel. And a big thank you to our dedicated team of researchers who contributed to this week's episode. And from our studios at Focus Media Arts Center, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please follow our social media platforms. For more information, check out our website.